to our ministry time here on Double Edge, and it's going to be based off of the song, one of the biggest hits by Relient K from their second album, which came out in 2001. It's a long title, so be ready for that. It's the Autonomy, the autonomy, I should say. I think it's autonomy of the tongue in cheek. The autonomy of the tongue in cheek, and it's a song pressing on. And I'm sure you've heard a lot of messages and devotions on the topic of pressing on, but you're going to hear another one tonight. They also had a music video for it, and it was pretty much the title track off the album of the autonomy of the tongue in cheek. So what's about pressing on? So Philippians 3:12 is the verse that talks about this. It says, "Not that I've already obtained all this, or that I've already," now that I took off the thing, "already achieved my goal, but I press on to take hold of what Jesus Christ took hold of me." You might have heard the saying that slow and steady wins the race, and that's a popular saying goes, and it's kind of derived from the familiar tale you've ever heard of, the story. I'm sure we've all heard the story of the tortoise and the hare. Well, it's based off the tortoise and the hare, and the tale, as you may know, the tortoise challenges the hare to race that he probably can't win. But the tortoise won the race with the hare, thinking that he would rub in the victory by taking a little nap, overslept, and was surprised by the tortoise. While the tortoise kept slow and steady pace, there's something else I would like to point out about this strategy. He pressed on. He kept going. He never stopped. And, despite going at a slow and steady pace, the tortoise kept going. He knew what his goal was, and he kept moving forward towards it. The hare, on the other hand, became content with where he was. He knew he had the talent to win the race, but he chose to not utilize the talent to his fullest. He thought the victory was his, and he stopped pressing towards the goal and got himself in trouble, didn't he? When we get content with where we are, we stop pressing on. When we think we've arrived in our relationship with God, when we think we've already close enough to Him, we stop growing. Sure, the hare managed to finish the race, but he missed his opportunity to use his talents to the fullest. Even the Apostle Paul knew he had room to grow. His desire was to know Christ. It wasn't that he didn't already know Him, but there was still an opportunity for him to know Him more intimately. If Paul were to become content in where he was in his relationship with God, he would have missed the opportunity to grow deeper, wouldn't he have? And from that missed opportunity, his relationship, his ministry would have likely suffered as well. God is infinite. He is beyond anything we could ever hope or imagine. He isn't contained to our human understanding. With that said, there is always an opportunity to know Him more intimately and to grow closer to Him. With that, human understanding could never fully search Him out. And so we keep pressing on. We keep going deeper in our relationship with God. We can press on to the ministry goals that God has given us, seeking to better ourselves with God's help for the benefit of those we minister to. We don't have to let ourselves become content with where we are so we don't miss opportunities to know with God more intimately or to reach others. Jesus told us first. He showed his love first. He made a way for us to become right with Him, in right standing with God. And because He took hold of the first, we pressed on to take hold of our goal. We press on to know that Christ was intimately. We press on to grow our ministries. Keep pressing on. Keep reaching towards your goals. So the thought here is, how can you keep pressing on in your relationship with God? Be thinking about that this week. How can you keep pressing on and get a deeper relationship with God? How about in your ministry to others? How can you be more effective? What could your relationship with God look like if you keep pressing on? So that is our ministry time here on there. Remember that if you keep seeking Christ more and more, you will find a newfound depth in your relationship with Him. And just remember, it's slow and steady pace. Developing and growing in your relationship with God takes time. And we need to continue to press on towards the mark and the calling that God has called us. In the meantime, here is the song that's based off of our ministry time today. It is the song Pressing On by rock punk band. We're getting a little bit newer here. We're the early 2000s, 2001. Now this song is 22 years old, believe it or not. Relient K with their big hit "Pressing On" from 2001, right here on Retro Rock Live. All right, the classic "Pressing On" by Relient K right here on Retro Rock Live.